Hi, I'm Rico Lewis. Welcome to Matchday Live. We've got a great show coming for you. Make sure you stick around.
Can also now see Mr. Michael Brown joining us. We're back together once again. A great result, a great run of momentum for this group of players. You can see the arrivals. We'll move to one side as our players come in, Brownie. Big game today and a massive opportunity.
Yeah, a huge game of football. A big week we've had, haven't we? A real successful sort of real team performance, wasn't it, in the week at a top stadium, put under a little bit of pressure, but we came through that. And this is the next test. This is a difficult place to come. Conditions aren't great, a little bit windy, but you know, it's a real interesting game this afternoon.
Team news is coming, but we can reveal Divine Makasa is on the bench for Manchester City today. You can see City in their green tracksuits. Rico Lewis, we've got an exclusive interview from him. Oscar Bob as well is back. Nathan Ake is here. Ryan Aitnori looking good with his headphones as well, Brownie. I mean, this group of players, especially this man, his first ever Champions League goal for Manchester City, and what a place to do it. It was at the Bernabeu.
I mean, honestly, he just sat down and he just dropped to, and I bet you thought, thank you very much. A nice simple tap in. Everybody involved in it at the moment, the focus, and you know, it's one of these now. They're ready. They realise the Premier League's back. It's a quick schedule, quick turnaround. Recovery was important. I think we have to start the game quick, but you know, I think we're real focus and determination in the group.
And what about this man as well, Ryan Cherky?
Rabonas everywhere.
Rabonas, everything. He's always creating things. He's getting fans off their seats. He's so exciting to watch, Brownie. I mean, my question to you, how on earth do you stop a guy as creative as that and as quick thinking as that?
Do you know what? It is one of those, isn't it? Do you know when he's in his form, when he's trying things? He did a great bit of skill just before it, actually, and Erling didn't catch it, did he? And then from there on, it's one of those when it's just ridiculous, wasn't it? I can't even do it. I think too stiff to do it.
He was about to try that as well.
I've got a bad knee, so I couldn't do it. But it was sensational. What it was as well, that man, Phil Ford, on fire as well. The header involved. So yeah, fantastic. We want to see him as much as we can, exciting the fans.
We'll be live here, pitch side. You can see the views behind us at Selhurst Park. Like I said, we've got an exclusive Rico Lewis interview to come. We're going to have a lot of fun with some of our supporters as well, spreading the festive cheer. And as always, Mr. Michael Brown will be on comms. Let's head to our studio where Natalie is with Stephen and a man making his debut on Matchday Live.
Thank you to FG and to Michael Brown. So here is your team news. In goal, it is Gigi Donnarumma. And then, has he taken Vinicius Jr. out of his pocket yet? It is Mateus Nunes. He's joined in defence by, of course, Ruben Diaz, and his now partner, Joško Vardy, make up that solid central defence. And then there he is, the absolute new star boy, England's Nico O'Reilly. And then into midfield, and it is Nico and our captain, Bernardo Silva. Does anyone run as much as that man in the whole world? And then coming into the team, one change today is Tijani Reinders, and he is joined by Phil Foden. What a season that man is having. And there he is, the Maverick himself. 5 assists in the league so far, Ryan Cherky. And leading the line, it is Erling Haaland. 15 goals in 15 Premier League games. So one change today from the team that beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Jeremy Doku is not in the squad today. We do not know what is wrong with him. If we find out, we will let you know, but he is not part of the squad today. So just one change there. Tijani Reinders comes in. Thank you very much for joining us on Matchday Live. I am still absolutely buzzing from Wednesday night. I have not come off that cloud that I have been flying on all week. So I'm really looking forward to today's game. And we've got a fan special for you today. It is lovely to be joined in the studio. Making his debut, as FG said there, from the City Ramble, it's Amos Murphy. Welcome.
How good is this? How cool is this? Yeah, buzzing to be here.
Are you nervous? Are you excited?
Nervous energy is there, but, you know, excited as well.
Good, that's how we like it. That's how we like it. And then back again, joining us again, Stephen McInerney. You might know him as Esteemed Company, of course, from social media and YouTube. Nice to see you again.
I'm good, Natalie. How are you today?
I am really good. Really good. You know what? You know I'm a horribly nervous fan, but considering how good Palace are, I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, this game, the Doku things hit me a little bit, but obviously we've got quality. We've got Shirky, we've got Foden, we've got Tijana Reinders. We'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to the game now. I think it's going to be entertaining. At very least, it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, really disappointing, the Doku news that he's not in the squad today, given how great he's been and how creative he's been this season. How do you see the lineup changing now that we're missing him?
We were chatting before and we're not sure what he's going to do. There's a few options. He could go Shirky on the left because he's played there an awful lot in his career where he'll just sort of drift inside and naturally O'Reilly will overlap. Or you could put Phil out there, you could put Foden, who knows. I think Bernardo could be on the right, Phil could be on the right. It depends what Pep thinks the team will need. We reckon maybe Bernardo Silva on the right potentially with support Nunes a little bit.
Yeah, I mean with Shirky, left, right foot, it doesn't really matter. We've seen that already this season. I don't think he has a strong foot because both of them are equally as strong. So I would prefer to see Shirky out on the left. And I'd keep Phil Foden in the middle because I think he's maturing as a footballer and you've seen his output in midfield. Maybe he's not getting the same amount of goals and assists as he did when he won Player of the Year. I actually think Whisper, he could be a little bit more important to the setup because obviously City have lost a couple of midfielders over the last few years and he's really impressed me. So yeah, I'd keep Foden in the middle, probably Shirky out on the left.
I am quietly falling in love with Rayan Shirky. I mean, I'm still not
Join
over.
you.
Right. Oh, let's make it loud.
Tattoo on my chest.
Yeah.
Better third son if he's called Ryan.
I'm not over the Rabona. I'm just not. In the stadium when it happened, everybody just went, whoa, when they put the replay on.
I was there as well. The laugh, everyone just laughed, didn't they? Burst.
Right.
I was sat with my mate as well, as a Sunderland fan, and he was like, oh, he's good, isn't he? I was like, yeah, really special. The kind of football that you want to see as a football fan, just joyous entertainment, and it's what you imagine when you're a child playing football. You look like, we look terrible, but that level of ability to be that good while also being that exciting is such a blessing. It really is.
He's so cool as well. Whenever he walks into the stadium, he's got like a proper designer bag, and I'm like, wow, he's really cool. But I think the exciting thing, one of the many exciting things that you just mentioned there, is he's so good on his left and he's so good on his right as well, which makes him even more unpredictable.
It's fascinating. I think Brownie mentioned it before, the assist that he would have had if Haaland tucked it away. He sits the defender down, goes past them once, does it again. And again, how do you defend against that? Because it almost feels impossible to second guess. And maybe sometimes he doesn't know. And that's why it's so easy on the eye.
And it is really, really easy on the eye. So exciting to see what he did. And you mentioned there, so Phil in the middle. I think that seems to be, we've had so many conversations over the years about where Phil Foden's best place is, but I think this year we've really cemented, we know Phil Foden is the best when you allow Phil Foden to be himself in the middle.
I mean, the other argument about being out wide is we need goal scorers right now. Like, Phil has to be close to Haaland as possible because he's a goal scorer. Simple as that, a remarkable footballer. And right now, as Guardiola would say, his sense of goal is so strong and he's so effective there, he's finding himself, and obviously the conversation around him from when he was 17 years old was always that he'd step into Silva's, Gundogan's, De Bruyne's shoes, and it's happening now. He's a truly elite player in a reasonably inexperienced City side compared to the past 10 years. He is that man now. He's old Phil at 25 years old. It's wild to say, but he plays like a senior player. He plays like one who's been there and done it. And I think he has to play central because we need him there. That experience, that instinct he's got in front of goal, he's earned it, and he should be in that spot where he wants to be.
And he's in insane form this season.
Yeah.
He's played a part in 9 goals across his last 8 City starts, which is more than any other Premier League player since the start of November. So his effort, but his work rate, his effort, but also his output is showing this season.
And, we needed it. Kevin De Bruyne leaves at the end of last season. Who's going to be the guy to step into that role? And I agree, Steve. I think he's slowly but surely, you obviously got Haaland, you've got Shirky, but he's turning into a poster boy of this team where you look at the big moments that City have had in the last couple of weeks. He's been at the forefront of it. He's been involved.
Great goals as well.
Just
high quality goals, aren't they?
Yeah. There's no. He doesn't really sort of. There's no corners cut there. But yeah, wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Now, we're going to give you the Crystal Palace team news shortly, but we have been tricked. We have all been duped. There has been games that have been played this week, gents, because Ismail Sarr is fit and he is playing today. So Matheus Nunes is going to be busy.
Yes, very busy. A cracking player with loads of energy and fundamental to how Palace play. We're lucky that Munoz is not available because, of course, we experienced that firsthand in the FA Cup. But that's huge news for Palace. A remarkably impressive side, and he's been a huge part of that too. That would probably lean towards Bernardo Silva playing on the right. You would guess, because that extra stability, experience on that side will help him. Because Sarr is a cracking player for a cracking side.
Yeah, he really is. But I think Matheus Nunes obviously showed how good he is in defending on Wednesday night as well. I feel with Matheus Nunes that he still has that risk in him of a little mistake, but his good output is far outweighing that. I've been so impressed with how he has taken this position this year.
It's funny because you think about the attributes a right-back, a really good right-back needs, and you'd say athleticism, attacking output, that pace, that ability to get back, maybe describing Kyle Walker in his heyday. Matheus Nunes has basically all of those in abundance. So maybe he was originally a midfielder, but football's so fluid nowadays. You can copy and paste it from different positions. And yeah, agree. Maybe once or twice a mistake will happen, but that's football. All of the players, the seasoned pros, will make mistakes. And I agree. I mean, you look at you mentioned Munoz in terms of right backs in the Premier League this season. You'd say Nunes is right up there, absolutely right up there.
And that's really impressive in itself anyway, isn't it? You think how hard it is to be a full-back in modern football anyway, with the insane physical demands, wingers more explosive and more dynamic than ever, and to learn that role, sort of forced into positions he's never played before, and obviously he had struggles in central midfield at City. I think it's incredibly impressive. The diligence, the hard work it takes, and also he's made a few mistakes, and to keep bouncing back and getting better and better in the years, I think it's an incredible effort from himself, and it just speaks volumes of his personality as a footballer to reach this level where he's a starting right back for a team who can beat Real Madrid, and he's never played at the Bernabeu before, and it's really, really impressive.
So well loved and so well respected by his teammates as well, I think always speaks volumes. But when you were saying there a midfielder that's become a fullback, you could have been talking about either of them, obviously, because Nico O'Reilly's done it on the other side as well. What do you think it is about the way that Pep likes to play football and the way that he likes to set up his teams that he enjoys taking players and turning them into fullbacks?
It's his little project, isn't it? I mean, he played.
You've got to let him do that,
yeah.
Satiate the urge.
Yeah, the little side quests that he has going on. No, I think when Guardiola sets up his team, it is all about ball dominance, and if you can replicate that in other positions where traditionally, you go back 20 odd years, so fullbacks were not doing that. So if you can get that extra output from that position, then it's a bonus for the team. And both of them, Nunes and O'Reilly, this season just absolutely phenomenal.
How good Nico O'Reilly was in the Bernabeu. I think perhaps I underappreciated it during the game, but when I watched the highlights back, he absolutely ran the show. Yeah,
he was brilliant. I did exactly the same. I watched a compilation of his actions in the game back, and you realise how assertive he was in all parts of the pitch. Defensively, there's nothing he could do really for Rodrigo goal, in my opinion. He was sort of the switch play really well, and he was as narrow as he needed to be. Any wider, and he would have gone in behind him, and he was just unlucky. It was a really good finish. But then you think about contributing creatively. Multiple chances. He created a chance which should have been 3-1, which would have killed the game even earlier, for Haaland and then Shirky. And of course, he's got his goal, which is the icing on the cake. But even without that goal, it was still a really good, impressive performance in a cauldron of gigantic proportions. It's the most historic stadium in European football in terms of success. And I think it's incredibly impressive about his personality. It says a lot about his personality that he can handle that transition. He can step up to that stage. Yeah, I thought he was wonderful.
It feels like we're not the only people that are now loudly falling in love with Ryan Cherky, because that was Crystal Palace fans that couldn't wait to get his autograph.
They get it, they understand it.
Oh, they are with us on that. But on that Nico O'Reilly, it's so true. And I didn't realise how fast he was.
Yeah.
I think it was that chance for Haaland and for Shirky, the ones that were saved. When you rewatch the highlights, he's basically in our box, and the way that he goes straight down, 100 miles an hour. When I rewatched it, I was like, oh my God, he's so rapid.
Yeah, his athleticism is astonishing, and you look at his frame, he's not small, so he doesn't there isn't any fear that he might be physically not able to match it. The pace was incredible. I was so impressed with the cutback as well, the awareness, not to just stick it in the box, but to have a little look up, pick out Haaland. Maybe could have done a little bit better with the finish, I don't know, but a great save from Courtois, no less. Nico O'Reilly, just amazing.
Thank you. So that is your City team news for today. If you're just joining us, you can see it on the bottom there. One change from the team that beat Real Madrid, which I'm going to keep repeatedly saying throughout the show. And it is Jeremy Doku, who is not in the squad today, and Tajani Reinders comes in. Before we go on, I just want to take a moment to say a huge congratulations, because the women are currently playing. They are 2-0 up against Villa. 2 goals for the one and only Bunny Shaw, which means that she has now scored 101 goals for City. She is the first woman in our modern era of Manchester City women that has got to that 100 mark. It is an absolutely remarkable feat. I cannot wait to see those goals back. She's absolutely incredible. So a huge congratulations to Bunny Shaw, and we'll keep you updated on the score. The women are just doing phenomenal this season. Just quiet. Can we just keep that one quiet? Let's not loudly say how well. We are going to keep that one quiet. So congratulations to the women. So 100 goals, 101 indeed for Bunny Shaw. Congratulations. And talking about scoring 100 goals, last time we were in London, Erling Haaland got his 100th Premier League goal, the fastest player in the Premier League to ever do that. Now, you've heard a lot about it in the last couple of weeks, because Alan Shearer is sweating about the future of his records. Well, it was lovely. Alan Shearer came in and sat down with Erling Haaland just for us and had a chat about both of their incredible careers.
Let's have a look at a few of that you've scored over the past 3.5 years. I think the first one we're going to look at is the goal against Southampton back in 2023. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If we can just freeze it now, I think that this season that might come in a bit earlier. But with Jack on that left-hand side, a touch and a touch and a touch and then across. Tell us what you're thinking now whilst he's on the ball or a winger's got the ball with your position in the box.
Yeah, for me here is about being in the blind zone. It's obviously 2 against 2 kind of situation.
There it is, the bicycle kick.
That's a good goal.
You like that one?
Yeah, of course. It's my best Premier League goal.
You think so?
Yeah,
Do you?
Yeah, without a doubt, no.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect ball to do exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I think people would maybe try to head the ball or take it on the chest and shoot, but you have the 0.1 second to decide what to do. And when it was so high up, because Jack likes to play these balls, I remember from training and all of this, like the easy chip ones, it was perfect. And then in the end you need to try, because if you don't try, you don't know if you can do it.
This one against Wolves?
Yeah, good ball of Phil. And
again, you've worked it onto your left foot. I mean, you make it look stupidly easy. You must practice those in training, do you, those finishes?
Yeah, we practice shooting, and yeah, there I think I already scored 3 goals, so getting the fourth was even nicer.
That must be brilliant when you see a high line like that, though, because once you get in that position and you can see one of those guys or one of your teammates, like Phil Foden on that occasion, space in behind, off you go straight away. Mentality off, yeah?
Yeah, and again, it's about using the strengths of my teammates, and Phil knows where to put this ball, so my job there is to go as quick as possible in behind and go 1 against 1 with the high line. Of course, it's not easy, but put the ball in the back of the net. I try not to think too much, as I said many times before. I know it sounds boring, but I know what I'm capable of doing. Scott Carson used to say this sometimes, Erling, don't think too much, just put the ball really hard in the back of the net and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Which is a good advice.
Absolute top tier advice from Scott Carson. I feel like Scott Carson's the only person that could have given him that advice, and he took it.
Scott, come back, mate. What are you doing?
Yeah, right. We had him on the show. He was absolutely brilliant. You can tell by some of Erling's goals that he's taken that advice as well. He's not thought. He's just absolutely slammed the ball home. Now, we are running a poll right now on YouTube for Erling Haaland's best ever goal. What do you think it is? It's on YouTube and it's on the website as well. If you want to go and have a look on the website now, mancity.com/MDL poll, Matchday Live, MDL poll, or you can scan the QR code that's going to be on your screen. Oh, it is on your screen. It's just not on mine. There you go. You can scan that QR code right now to take you to the poll. So have a vote. We've chose 4 goals. So the 2 that Erling Haaland was speaking to Alan Shearer about, and then we've added 2 more. So let's go back through them. Have a good old think. Take it dead serious. What is Erling Haaland's best goal? It's a really, really tough one. Right, lads, I'm going to make you choose. But first of all, we'll go back through the 4 goals that we've picked out. So Haaland was speaking to Shearer there about, first of all, the goal that he scored against Southampton, the kind of bicycle kick one. That was 22-23 season. Let's re-look back at this one and the skill that is involved in this. The way that, oh, well, that's not the one.
That's a great goal.
That is still a great goal. It's not a bicycle kick. But that is a lovely goal. We like that one.
Is that against Southampton, maybe?
Oh,
Again?
Let's have a look.
Cancelo cut back. The movement's great.
The movement's
And that is a
lovely.
bit of the Scott Carson just hit it.
That was
He
a team
did.
goal, wasn't it? Lovely
He
goal.
did.
He scored that goal, that
Oh, through his legs.
Yeah, unlucky.
Bazunu.
Oh, poor Bazunu.
Yeah, I know.
Poor Bazunu. OK, that is not one of Erling Haaland's best goals. We just wanted to show it because it's
not?
nice to watch
Let's
all
just
of his goals,
appreciate
isn't it?
Erling Haaland, yeah.
Hey, we're good with it. We're good with it. Right, let's have a look at this one. We'll see which one it is. Keeping me on my toes today. OK.
Okay, Wolves.
This is the Wolves
Yeah.
goal. I'm guessing this is 23-24. Yes. So lovely long ball that he receives really well, and then the finish, the curling sort of long range finish into the top sort of left corner. So is that our
Yeah.
Phil?
Yeah, it's Phil out wide.
What a ball from Phil.
And he's just rasped
The way he
it, hasn't
takes it down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not
Look
bad
at
for
this.
a tapping merchant, is it? Scoring goals like that.
Yes, Amos, exactly. And
Unbelievably the finish.
Yeah.
I just love the way he brings it down into his stride, takes a minute, switches it.
The keeper's got no chance, has he, really? Right into the side netting.
Side netting, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable finish.
And I love the nonchalant celebration he put. You know, when he's done something he knows is great, he just little stroll.
He pretends he doesn't care, but really deep down
inside
he's like,
he's buzzing, isn't he?
yeah, I'm chuffed.
What a ball. We've got to give the credit there. What a ball there to Phil Foden as well. I'm sure Haaland loves receiving balls like that. OK, so we've added 2 more as well. This is my personal favourite Haaland goal. This is when he played Dortmund, of course, his former club. This was 22-23, and he did this. How? I will never get over how he got his leg that high.
It's absolutely mad. Mad.
To me, that is the most, if you could sum up what Erling Haaland is as a goal, that's Erling Haaland. You know, the
Athletic.
absurd, freakish athleticism, the instinct as well to go with his weaker foot and not with his head, and even his right foot there. It's just everything about that is.
Yeah.
It's only Erling Haaland in world football can score that goal.
And
only Erling Haaland.
It
That's what
doesn't
makes it brilliant.
show the context. City were 1-1 at this point, and they were pushing for a winner, and that was, you know, I think John Stones scored a worldie just before it. But obviously that gets forgotten about because Haaland does that in the same game.
And again, another brilliant assist there from Cancelo that time as well. But it's just the fact that his foot is like basically higher than the defender's head. It should come with a warning. Do not try that at home. You will injure yourself, especially if you are over 40. Do not try to do that. That is my favourite one of the Erling Haaland goals. But we have got another one for you as well. So this is West Ham. This is last season. This is a Carson slammer. Don't think, Erling. Just hit it.
Roof of the net from there.
That reminds me of the one first, against Burnley on the opening day of the season a few years back as well. I love it when Haaland just puts his foot through it like that.
The noise of the net as well.
Adds to it, doesn't it?
There was one he scored for Dortmund, which was similar. It's crunched. It's the only way to really describe it.
And in the box, like with so many people in the box, to find the space to get that through, it's unbelievable.
Finish, isn't it?
His catalogue is just phenomenal.
It really is, isn't it? It really is. OK, then. So that is the options. The Southampton one was the bicycle kick one. What are you going for? I'm going to force you into it.
For me, it's Dortmund. I think he's the only player in the world who can score a goal like that. He's the only player in the world that would attempt to go like that. It's a combination of his absurd instincts, his physicality. Most people wouldn't even attempt to reach that cross, and he does that. And it's obviously we needed the goal at the time as well. But I think it's just a brilliant goal.
Agreed.
I mean, Dortmund's definitely most aesthetic. I'll do a bit of variety. I'll play the contrarian card. I'll go for that one against Wolves, because in the clip, the touch wasn't perfect, but the way he recovered it and that finish is just phenomenal. And I don't think that part of his game gets enough credit. We know he can do the acrobatic stuff, but he's pulled out, and there was one against Young Boys in the same season that was very similar. So yeah, I enjoy it when he lets rip from range.
I enjoy it when he lets rip. I enjoy it when he's athletic. I enjoy it when he taps them in.
Yeah.
I don't care how he's doing it. He's just an absolute pleasure and joy to continue to watch. Just a little update as well on the women. They're currently playing Aston Villa. It is still 2-0, 2 goals for Bunny Shaw, 101 goals for City now. So that is, of course, into the second half. Table as it stands would have a 6 ahead of Chelsea. At the top. Chelsea are winning 2-0 currently as well, so they're away at Brighton, but we would keep our 6-point lead. Just before we go into the winter break, we don't want to be saying that too loud. Keep going under the radar. I don't know if we're top of the league. I don't know how you go under the radar when you're top of the league, but hopefully we will. So good there, 2-0 there for the women. Hopefully that is the start of a great day today as well. Get your votes in on the poll as well. So we're giving you 4 options. And also in YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, pop into the comments if we missed any. What was your favourite Erling Haaland goals? Because we just picked out 4. If you want to vote online, mancity.com/MDL poll. Right. I told you a little bit earlier that we've all been duped and that Ismail Assar does start today for Palace. So let's go back over now to Selhurst Park, to FG and to Michael Brown, and we'll get the full Crystal Palace team, please, gents.
Yes, welcome back to Selhurst Park. Me and Brownie, we've moved around. We're at the away section now, where our Manchester City fans will be making loads of noise here this afternoon. And where better to start, Brownie, than the Manchester City team, which was revealed in the studio slightly earlier. Let's start with the back 4. It seems like that is the back 4 of choice at this moment in time. How important is that stability?
Well, it's continuity, isn't it? Just giving the players a chance and realising that they're going to be starting games. There's always an odd change from Pep. We get that and understand why he has to do that. But those 2 in the middle are really making it theirs, aren't they? They balance off right with each other. I think Josko's learning all the time. He can shift across wherever possible. Diaz is the organiser there. So fullbacks are the ones that have been questioned. Can they deal with it? Certain situations, no better than in the week. And to come through that, I feel like it was a big test. Both learnt lessons early on. We've seen the possible penalty. And also we've seen Nico O'Reilly recovering back, where he was just done for a little bit of pace. But from there on, he gave himself a little bit more. And again, so he learned his lesson. He learned where he needs to realise what's the next step when you're going into the top games.
Now, we spoke about Nico O'Reilly, of course, in the intro to the show when we were doing it, where the players were coming out. But, I mean, he plays like he's 50, I think Josko Vardiol said. He says he thinks that he's the most experienced player, but you forget how young he is. To have that quality and to have that confidence in yourself, I mean, we've seen his career go from strength to strength, especially in the left-back position. How far can this guy go, and where do you think his position will end up?
Well, that's where can it end up? I don't think he'll be too bothered at this moment. He'll be about playing minutes. He'd love to be inside, love to be involved in more action. And I think we've just seen his temperament. He likes it, he's enjoying life, a bit of what it brings, but he's very calm on the football pitch. He's comfortable when he takes the ball, he's not phased, doesn't really get too carried away. The goal came, carried on with his job, he's happy to sort of get forward wherever. I think those runs are really important, that he's coming inside fullbacks and having the confidence and know when to do it. It's a tough one. We've seen Rico Lewis, who we're talking so much about today, being able to go from full-back into a middle and then adapting when you're out of possession.
From one Nico to another, we have to talk about Nico Gonzalez, because it's a player who came in knowing that Rodri was always the man in that position. Of course, Rodri's unfortunately not been fit much, but Nico O'Reilly is really, Nico Gonzalez even, has really stepped up, hasn't he?
Do you know what? If you would have been watching the show in the week, we realised we've talked so much about it. We had a night show, we had his dad speaking about him. What a moment for him to go into that game. Are we going to get wet already?
I'm just worried that Brownie's about to get soaked for the first time again.
We don't need that, do we? We don't need it. So, yeah, for him, being one straight in, playing more minutes, more experience, he's getting more comfortable, he understands it, and he's getting around, he's got a little bit of bite to his game. Midfield area, how does that change today? Does Ryan Cherky stay inside? Does he go out on that left side, not having Jeremy Doku? Phil Foden's got so good in there. Ryan just gives us legs in a game like this today, end to end, back to front. But who will go on the wider one? We see something different from Pep. Phil Foden really needs to be inside where we can, but it's out of possession, someone to run that way. Bernardo can do it if it's on the right hand side. does he swap it around a little bit?
Well, all will be revealed. And speaking of revealing, it's time to reveal the Crystal Palace team news for you here on Matchday Live. In goal, there's no surprise, it's Dean Henderson. Unfortunately, City fans have got plenty of memories of him, in particular in the FA Cup final. And then it is Klein, Richards, Lacroix, Gay, Mitchell, Wharton, Kamada, Pino, Sarr and Mateta. I guess the big news for this is the start for Sarr. There was question marks on whether he would be fit. That is a huge boost for Crystal Palace, isn't it?
Yeah, massive, because he's the driving force. Whether he goes down the flanks, whether he comes inside, penetrates from central areas, he's got the pace, he's got quality. You've got to get tight to him. So I think that's one, isn't it, for the midfielders? Where is he? Smash them onto full-backs wherever he ends up. But Wharton's the one as well also. He wants to control. That back three now is steady. They've had to change Muniz on that right back area. He's been a real threat. We've seen him getting up and down, and we've seen what he can do here already, haven't we? So, yeah, interesting, still strong. I think the record after European games is very, very poor, so let's capitalise on it.
Yeah, I was about to say that they are struggling after European games. They're actually struggling in Europe as well. It's a big change for a player, isn't it, or a team to have that many games. And when you're playing in the Conference League like they are, the travelling that they're doing, and it's quite taxing, isn't it?
Well, their circulation of players in the Premier League is the most. The most of the team staying where it is, because he demands so much from the players, and that was the one with Europe. How do they cope with them demands? But he just says, listen, we're fit, we're healthy, that's how we go, and he takes those risks. So it's going to be a pressure game. They'll be right up for it. But control again in possession. We've got to sort of move them around, but they'll also as well, FG, they'll sit in and say, that's all right, you have it, and then we'll come out where we can and be really powerful. This crowd will get right behind them.
Yeah, they absolutely will. I mean, listen, I think we've got to be in a position where we're confident after the game in Madrid. But my last question for you before we head back is, how much of a toll will that potentially take? I know the players had an extra day off. I saw Erling Haaland posting pictures of nature and him on his Instagram. How important is that to get some rest before games like that in Madrid, because it would have been quite taxing on them, especially to hold on in the final stages and battle like they did?
Well, I think of all games that they were able to make changes in Europe was the one in the week, so that's helped them along. So yeah, the extra day is going to be key, and I think that's something Pep learned, that in this sort of demands of the Premier League is to give rest days. Maybe not necessarily in his tenure when he first come in to have as many as he has given the players. So he sees it, he has a look at it, he late changes at times where he goes, I'm going to cancel that day, have the day off, and we'll go from there and get the detail in where we can. So I think they're ready for it. I think though the sort of extra little bit of punch on Palace should take its toll, we would hope.
Yeah, we would hope. You can listen to this man dissecting all of the action on exclusive commentary for the day. Let's head back to the studio. Natalie, how are you feeling?
Thank you so much to FG. Thank you so much to Michael Brown. I'm good, guys. I am good. I think Wednesday night's just instilled me with so much confidence that I'm good. Although, of course, when you look at that Crystal Palace team, it is nervy because Ismail Salah does start. So, Oliver Glasner, it's 5 changes from the team that played in the Europa Conference League on Thursday. That was in Ireland against Shelbourne. So, Dean Henderson returns in goal. No surprise there as well. Mateta starts up front again. And as we've said, Ismail Sarr's back. Nathaniel Klein and Tyreek Mitchell also come back into the side as well. So, Crystal Palace currently sitting 5th in the Premier League, 5 points behind us. Incredible start to the season for them, given the fact that they always seem to lose so many of the key players in the summer as well. Obviously, Eze went to Arsenal. They've done phenomenally well so far this season. I wonder, Amos, they're a team for me that is happy to let you have the possession. We are a team that likes to have the possession. So who wins today? The team that likes the possession or the team that wants you to have the possession?
Yeah, it's flashbacks to that FA Cup final where City dominated possession, and obviously Palace scored the goal on the counter-attack.
Did that just happen to just go there at that exact moment, by the way?
I'm still not forgiving him for what it's worth.
Me neither.
No, definitely not.
Disgrace. I think City will approach it. We have though this season seen City at times surrender possession if necessary, if the game goes that way. I doubt that will be the case today, as you mentioned. But yeah, Palace for me, you're looking at that midfield duo. They're real linchpins, Kamada and Adam Wharton. I mean, that's what makes them tick. And if it'll be a big if, but if you can sort of get a way to combat that, then I think City should be confident.
Yeah. Before we go on to talk about those midfield duo there, indeed, just want to give you an update on the women. It's now 3-0 to City, taking on Aston Villa today in the WSL. So we will be looking to cement our 6-point lead at the top of the table going into the winter break. So in terms of that midfield duo, I mean, for me, Adam Wharton is one of the best, most probably underrated players in the Premier League. He's, for somebody that is still so young, man, I still think he's 20. He's probably not now because he's been 20 in my head for years and years. His football intelligence, Stephen, is just something that stands out.
Yeah, he's a remarkably gifted footballer. One of those players where time seems to slow down when he's on the ball, and he always sees what he's about to do before anyone else has picked up on it. And I actually had a mate who was a Blackburn fan who was telling me about him before he signed. He said, he's going to be the new Zidane. I was like, all right, mate, calm down. He wasn't far off. He's a really talented player, and he's obviously got ridiculous potential. And a guy, if he was in a City shirt, I'd be buzzing to see there. But he's he's maybe their star right now. But the wonderful thing about Palace is that they're a proper team. I think what makes teams like Palace so sustainable is they have Adam Wharton, they have Eze, and they had obviously Elise before that. But I think they are very much the sum of the parts. There's no real weaknesses in that side. It's a bunch of players who are all maybe not all 9 out of 10 out of 10 superstars, but they're all at least 7, 8 out of 10, and they play that level every single week. And that consistency in that organisation, when you've got the structure and the ability of Wharton at the heart of it, makes for such a threatening side. And I really like it when a team, they just play to their strengths. And everyone's locked in. There's no square pegs in round holes. It's just a bunch of players who all know what they're doing, who trust each other, who trust the rhythm of the side. And, there's patterns all over the pitch where everyone knows what everyone's doing. It's just a really, really likeable side. And, Wharton's the star of that team right now. But most important person is the manager. Oliver Glasner he's we were chatting before and there's a calibre of coaches that maybe people see below Klopp and Guardiola and so on, and people talk about names, like De Zerbi and people like that, and maybe Maresca, I think. But to me, Glasner, he's phenomenal. What he's done at Crystal Palace is Palace fans are living their dream right now with the FA Cup win and the highest position in years, and now they're 5th and the second best defence in the league, and it's just. Yeah, it's such a fantastic side, and the whole collective is what makes them so special. And Wharton just happens to be the star in the middle, but I think they are more than him. They are a brilliant side.
Such a good analysis. They're such a likeable team.
Yeah, they are.
Such
They're great.
A likeable manager. I mean, the only problem, obviously, that Palace have got is that they get raided all the time because they do so well. And I think Oliver Glasner's on everybody's radar right now. And I had so much respect for him in the summer as well, Amos. If the rumours are to be true, and he said, "Sell my best player," in Mark Gay, sell my best defender, and I'm gone. And Mark Gay is still there despite being nearly picked off by everybody. Yeah, Oliver Glasner. I just think he just has to be respected.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember first sort of coming across him when he was at Frankfurt and he won the Europa League with Frankfurt, who, you think they're a big name, but they're not necessarily someone who were ever in that sort of picture. And then maybe goes into the wilderness a little bit, gets the job at Palace, comes over to the Premier League, and you're thinking, can he be the guy to take them to the next step? Because you've had Vieira there, you've had managers who you think maybe will be, can Palace break away from that mid-table mould? And they absolutely have done. Just a fascinating football club, the way that they run. And you say, obviously, Mark Gay's still there, but they have lost plenty of players. Elise's gone on to be probably one of the best wingers in world football. Eze's tearing it up at Arsenal as well. So, yeah, I mean... it's not, you look at the players that they brought in. Pino, for example, replacing Eze. He's really coming into his stride. He scored a couple of goals, Kamada, I think he gets the best out of Adam Wharton because he sits there and he allows Adam Wharton to do those sort of marauding runs. And Nathaniel Klein, he came in against Fulham, replaced Munoz, who we said probably one of the best fullbacks in the league this season. And, disrespecting Nathaniel Klein, he's a great pro, but he's towards the latter end of his career. He slides straight in, and it's like, it just works.
Even Munoz, 28 years old last season, and a breakout season for him almost in terms of the top level. And that's a great example where a manager's got something out of a player by recognising his strengths. And Munoz was often the highest forward Palace player alongside Mateta as the right wing back, and that was obviously Glasner noticing he's got such an incredible goal threat, and let's just play to his strengths. Let him be there, and we'll make a system that covers for his maybe defensive deficiencies. And it's entirely down to the ingenuity of the manager getting the most out of a bunch of players who are good. good, but he's making them very good, you know, and that collective is just working so well.
If we're looking for a chink in their armour, I think perhaps it is that Mateta is not at the standard that he has been in the last couple of years. So 5 Premier League goals for him so far is nowhere near his output.
Yeah,
I know.
There we go.
I know. Obviously, Amos, he scored against us before. Forgive me, I'm trying to find a chink, Stephen, so that we all calm down a little bit. But yeah, not at the same levels that he was. I'm not saying that he won't be at some point in the season.
Palace as well at home this season, they're among the league's lowest scorers. So if you're looking at City's defence, it has really settled. You know, the lads before speaking about that's the area of the pitch that City have kind of settled on in terms of not rotating a lot. So you're hoping that they're working together and they can maybe shut out Palace's attack. And I think, you know, you look at City's attack, there's goals in it. So if you need to outscore a team, I think City definitely can. The league's high scorers.
Just laughing because what you said, a compilation of goals against Man City does not fulfil me with confidence whatsoever.
Right, I've got a stat for you that might help you then. This is a good one for you. This is a good one. And I couldn't believe this. Now, I got this from the Opta stat pack, so I didn't double check it. But when I think of Crystal Palace, I think of Selhurst Park being a fortress. Yeah. And I went to the game last year and it's a compact stadium. The fans are near the pitch. The atmosphere is incredible. Their home record isn't great this year. Mm-hmm. So they've only taken 10 points from a possible 21 at home this year. They've been much better away from home. Does that make you feel a bit better?
You should do, shouldn't it? But I've watched City for like 35 years now, and like every time there's a positive omen, my head goes the wrong way. Even though we're a very good side, and we've just beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and I'm now like, but Palace away.
But even before that record against Fulham, what was it, the longest continuous streak of winning the Premier League? And I mean, nearly towards the end of that game, it was a bit shaky. I think actually a record, someone can fact check me, I'm pretty certain that we're unbeaten like 10 against Palace at their ground. It doesn't feel that way, does it?
We lost there last year.
Was
it 2-2?
No,
okay. I was there and I remember thinking it was a defeat.
No, I feel like we haven't actually lost. It just feels like we do often because they're so hard to... I think we've won like 7... I swear I read from the same Opta pack as you there. I think we won 7 of 10 actually out of the last 10, but it's only 3 draws. But it's always an incredibly difficult game. Always. Even when Palace weren't at the levels they are right now, even when they were down with Roy Hodgson struggling a little bit, their game was a tough game. I mean, maybe it's because we nabbed their song for Guardiola. I don't know. But Palace make life difficult for us.
You're so right that we beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. If we no disrespect to Burnley, but if we were playing Burnley today, I would be nervous. Like, it's something in the mindset of City fans, indeed. Update on the women's score just now. Villa have just pulled one back, so it's City 3, Villa 1. 20 minutes left in that game. I will give you an update. Yes, we will still be on air. I'll give you an update when that game again, any more goals, or when that game goes to full time as well. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Matchday Live. Today we are about 35 minutes away from today's Premier League game. City travel to London to Selhurst Park. We are taking on Crystal Palace. You will get your full match commentary on the City app. If you're not currently watching on the City app, get that downloaded right now. Watch us on there, and then you'll go straight into your full match commentary with Alistair Mann and with Michael Brown. Also, if you're just joining us, one change today in the team from the team that beat Real Madrid on Wednesday night. Jeremy Doku is injured. Pep has said that he has an issue with his leg. That's all we know currently. Tajani Reinders has come into the team there. Now, he is on the bench today, but Rico Lewis has a phenomenal record against Crystal Palace. He scored 3 Premier League goals against Crystal Palace in the league. So we were able to have an exclusive sit down with our Rico, where he's talked about his career and some of his key moments through photos.
17-year-old Rico Lewis with a beaming smile.
So this was obviously would have been my first time away with the first team in America. My first actual proper game with the first team as well. I came on, I can't remember the minute, but I remember being so nervous before. And then coming on the pitch, obviously it felt like a dream. And then when I started playing, it felt, so good. It was like all emotions in one, really. And obviously we ended up winning the pre-season game. So it was a nice picture of me and Calvin. So yeah, really, really good memory for me.
What was it like to be on a tour with the guys for the first time?
Similar to the game, it was mixed emotions. Like so excited, looking forward to it, but also so nervous. The season before, I wouldn't even have thought of being in and around the first team, and then you get thrown in. You're with the people that you watch on TV that you grew up loving. So yeah, it was amazing.
Through, this is Rico Lewis. What a way to open your account in the Champions League.
Yeah, probably my most famous memory for the one that I'll remember the most during the first season was my first goal. First start in the Champions League against Sevilla. Again, it was early on, so it was a lot of nerves and excitement and mixed emotions. But I think the main thing was we'd already qualified, so it wasn't like, if we lose the game, if I play bad, it's the end of the world. It was more for myself that I really wanted to show what I could do. And yeah, luckily I got the chance to have a shot and score. And obviously the one thing I remember the most is the celebration with my teammates and everyone coming over, and I think you can't really describe that kind of feeling. My dad was there, mum was there, everyone was there, everybody saw it, and it was kind of like everything that we'd worked hard for, me, my parents and everything, had all come together.
Rico Lewis, he's only ever scored Premier League goals against Palace.
Oh yeah, Crystal Palace at home, my first Premier League goal. I think probably one of the first games where I played in midfield. Obviously it was a difficult game, but yeah, again to score at home in the Premier League, it's one of those dream moments. You know, this picture probably tells you everything, how happy and excited I was. Being my first Premier League goal, it's not like one of the best goals I've scored, but definitely a very special goal for me.
Obviously, we picked up the first of the Premier League goals there, but you have two others, all against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Is it a special team for you to play against?
I don't know, it's strange. It's must be something that's just coincidence, but yeah, it's every time I play against them, I always feel like I'm going to score. I don't know if that's just a mental thing or just now that it's happened that I feel like it's going to happen again. But yeah, it's a very special moment for me.
That was our Rico Lewis there, from a sensational interviewer doing the work there as well. Shout out to Thomas Berry that works behind the scenes here as well. That was our Rico. You'll get the second part of that a little bit later on in the show. Now, an update from the women. It is now 4-1 to City. Miedemar with the fourth goal there. Incredible for City going into the winter break. Should be 6 points clear at the top of the table at the end of the day as well. Keep it holding that 6-point lead as well. So pretty easy tapping from Miedemar as well. I'll have a look at the highlights on City Plus a little bit later for that one. Now, here on Matchday Live, we are getting festive this December. At the Fulham game, we gave away 2 signed Donnarumma gloves. I still feel that was weird, and we should have just given away the pair of gloves. We gave away an individual signed glove and an individual size. It's weird, isn't it?
Sharing the love, though.
Yeah.
Sharing the love.
What, was it like 2 right hands or something?
So we gave away both the gloves, but there was 2 winners. So yeah, you maybe.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'd be fuming.
Yeah, it's weird.
It was
isn't
sweet, but I'd be like, walking around just like maybe shake.
You're not going to wear them, are you?
Well, I would. I'd be walking around wearing it all the time. But to be fair, you can use practical. To be fair, you can't be holding the team with like
getting your Christmas dinner out the oven and.
That's your oven glove. Yeah, your Donnarumma oven glove. Wow. Sell them, City. Donnarumma oven gloves. There we go.
They'd be huge though.
Yeah.
They'd be falling off your hand because his hands are so big. What we did, we gave away 2, but today we've got another prize for you. We are giving one lucky fan a chance to win a Nico Gonzalez signed ball. Who would like to do the modelling currently? There he is signing it just to prove that it wasn't Amos before the show.
It was me then when I looked up. I promise it ain't me.
Right, there you go. Give us a Price is Right style, stroke of the ball, lovely model of the ball there. There you go. Very nice. Oh, Amos, look at that. Keep it still, Amos, keep it still. Oh, there we go. So you have a chance to win that. Now, this is how easy it is. Easy it is to win this ball. First of all, you need to download the Manchester City app, although I'm sure all of you have that by now. If you don't, what are you doing with your life? Download the Manchester City app right now. You can watch us on there as well if you're not watching, and then you'll get your full match commentary on there with Alistair Mann and Michael Brown. And it's a nice, easy question. We want you to listen closely to today's commentary and count the number of times that either Alistair Mann or Michael Brown mentions Nico. And Amos and Stephen McInerney, we need you to both do it.
What a number? I mean, does it count when he accidentally says Nico O'Reilly? Like,
no.
How is it?
It's just got to be Nico.
No.
It's not the word Nico. It's the context.
That's where it becomes more difficult. Nico O'Reilly doesn't count.
Good question.
But if he says Nico and O'Reilly, and he's talking about 2 players, then it counts.
Okay. So Nico midfielder, sees a lot of the ball. I don't even know what like.
I think it'll be less than you think. Even though you'll have
Yeah.
about 100 touches, I still think you'll
Yeah.
mention it like his name about 16 times.
I was going to say 17, so we're in the similar. Yeah.
Of course you were. Copying me there.
I don't know why in my head I thought it'd just be like a lot more than that.
Because they're chatty, aren't they? They're not like, I think they're going to be talking a lot more, supposed to like.
And I wonder if they'll just keep saying it now just to make it more difficult
It's
for
like
us.
84 or something.
Yeah.
Like just
And there's
read his
Nico
Wikipedia
over there.
page.
And there's Nico.
Do
Yeah.
they know about it as well?
Michael Brown is a prankster as well.
Oh, did they know about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that changed.
They'll be
So-
conniving.
It's going to be
won't
2
they?
or 74. You know, like, yeah.
Well, if you're listening to the commentary and you get lost, you nip to the toilet, you go and get a drink or something, don't worry. Get onto City Plus. You can rewatch the game on there, which hopefully you'll want to do anyway, and you can re-listen to it on there as well. So the winner will be announced on our show on Wednesday for the Brentford game. Scan the QR code on your screen or go to your Citizens feed to enter that. So mancity.com/MDL. Win. Look at us getting all organised today with all these web pages for you. mancity.com/MDL win. It looks lovely and sunny down there.
Great shot that then. It's so cinematic.
Look at Shirky. There he is. What a guy.
That training top's fun, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Big Shirky fans in the studio here. We are indeed. Right, we're going to go back over now to Selhurst Park because we sent RFG and our Michael Brown out onto the concourse to chat to some Blues.
All right, lads, we're in the away section and we've been asked to do our best Martin Rundle impression, F1 grid walk style. We're going to walk into the concourse. We're going to ask fans many questions about stuff. You can go first, Brownie, because the cameras are rolling and we can ask pretty much whatever we like. Hello, sir. How are you, my friend? Quick one. Have you done your Christmas shopping?
I have done my Christmas shopping, yeah.
Have you bought anything for your dad yet?
I have, yeah.
Dad, have you bought anything for?
Yeah, I've got him a few bits and bobs, yeah. Taking him here today. Yeah.
And how's that sandwich doing?
Oh, good, man. Yeah, good time. Yeah.
As you can see, we're just causing a little bit of mayhem through the away section. Erling Haaland, his best goal for City in your eyes?
Dortmund at home.
Oh, don't ask me. I'm taking the boy. He's a massive City fan.
Dortmund at home was unbelievable. Thank you very much.
Incredible, yeah.
We'll
Keep
keep
going.
moving through the away section. It's a bit
Keep going.
hectic in here, Brownie. I mean, you could just get in the queue and
Shall we have a
potentially
beer?
get me something.
Shall we get what you want?
I'll have a pie, mate,
pie,
to be
something
honest.
like that, whatever.
Let's keep moving and
Yeah,
try
should
and
we keep
catch up
going?
with some
Here
more
we go.
fans.
Oh, good.
Over to you,
Here
Mr.
you go.
Michael Brown.
Merry Christmas. We're just doing a little feature. We're just wondering what's a given on your Christmas dinner?
What's
a given on a Christmas dinner?
stuffing?
What's your favourite?
Stuffing.
Is that it? Stuffing?
Turkey. Pigs in blankets.
What about you, FG?
What's your favourite Erling Haaland goal?
We've stumped him. We've stumped him, haven't we?
He scored that many.
He scored a few, hasn't he? Huh?
That's why.
It's interesting,
Well,
isn't it?
I'm going to bring you over to this man here,
There you go. Come on.
who's an absolute legend. How was Madrid? Did you enjoy it?
Brilliant.
I mean, you've been watching City absolutely everywhere, non-stop. Erling Haaland, one of the best strikers we've ever had. What is the best goal you've seen him score for Manchester City?
Probably the one against Dortmund a couple of years ago.
2 in a row, Brownie.
Everybody's saying that, to be fair.
That's probably his best. So, yeah, if somebody else had said that, because it was his athleticism, wasn't it? That was what was the key. Getting his bloody leg up.
Getting his what?
Getting his leg up.
Oh, right. I was like, a
Steady.
bit worried there.
I was going to say...
What do you want for Christmas? Come on. What do you want for
What
Christmas?
do I want for Christmas? I want us to keep winning.
Team player.
I want a ticket for Bodo.
Right, well, look into that camera. This is your best chance.
Well, my best chance is I've got plenty of points, so I'm hopefully going to get one. And if I don't, I'll be on to you.
What if we get you a ticket for Bodo, but you have to jump into an ice bath?
With you?
Yeah, with me. Why
With
not?
you, the pair of you.
I'll do
That'd
it.
be fantastic. That'd be a great feature. You two for Christmas, jumping in an ice bath and he gets to go to the game. Perfect.
Well, I've got his contact details, so
There you
we'll see
go.
what we
Well
can
done.
do. Lovely to see you.
Good idea, wasn't it?
It's a great idea. We'll be in contact. We'll keep moving.
Nice to
Hello,
see you.
sir. How are you? Merry Christmas, mate.
How are you, Natalie? You alright?
Very well, thank you. Done your Christmas shopping?
Come on, don't be shy. Get in here, you. I know you're itching to get in. Come on, get in here. I know you're itching to get
He
in.
just read Have I X straight away. Oh, hiya, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
We want Erling's best ever goal. Can you tell us?
Probably the goal he scored when Cancelo crossed it in with the outside his foot, and then he did like a scissor kick type goal thing.
Was it Dortmund?
Yeah, it was.
Give it to Turkey. Give it to bloody Turkey, and Erling will finish it.
What would you buy Turkey for Christmas if you could?
I'd buy him a bigger ball. and then I'd give it him because he's my hero.
Brownie's your hero, is it? What do you think about Brownie's tackling?
He wouldn't get away with it now, put it that way.
I don't know. We'd have a go, wouldn't we? We'd have a go.
Well, here we go. Today, honestly, I've just done it on the bus. Erling hat-trick. Palace will score because you know what we like. City win 3-1 today.
Mate, this is why I love being in the away section. What's your favourite Erling Haaland goal?
The Southampton one's quality, the overhead kick. But in my opinion, you know, against United, De Bruyne whipped it in the treble season, and he leg came out. That I think it was his second goal that game. Unbelievable. That is Erling Haaland to a T.
Right, are you sorted for Christmas? What is it you want?
My bike getting fixed, so I got one for my birthday, but then it got popped straight away at the tyre, so I need to get that fixed.
That's another challenge for FG. He's sorting a ticket out for someone, but he's got to get an ice bath.
And he's got the Nordic meat pies. Listen, I hope you get your bike fixed. I'll get Santa and Brownie to sort that out for you. We're going to keep walking down the away section. Pleasure to meet you, lads. We're going to go this way. You can hear the atmosphere's booming
it's already
in here
building
already.
in the middle of it.
Let's keep moving. Hello, sir. How are you?
Right, you well?
Whoa, what a place, Brownie.
We've got everything in there.
Honestly, we are so lucky. We are so lucky to have to do this. If you've not been to an away game yet, you need to go to an away game soon. Let's find one more person. Let's have a quick look round.
We're getting told we're running out of time here.
There you go. There's the boys. There you go.
He won the glove.
I didn't.
This is the guy who won the Donnarumma glove.
I didn't win it. My mate won it. But I want the glove.
What do you want for Christmas, pal?
The Donnarumma glove.
Oh, you're under pressure now.
Oh, I'm in trouble here, aren't I? Well,
let's see if they can help us in the studio.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll head to the studio because we're getting asked for all sorts and Santa can't afford it.
Manchester City, please can we fix that boy's bike? I know
sweet.
We've nothing to do with bikes, but...
my tyres popped. I just want a working bike. I was like, come on, we've got to have some City tyres lying around somewhere.
How sweet was that? Oh my goodness, that's all he wanted. And also, congratulations to Manchester City women, to Bunny Shaw, because Bunny has just got a hat-trick. City are now 5-1 up against Villa. Huge congratulations there. Bunny Shaw, 102 goals for City. First woman in our professional era to get over the 100 mark. Huge congratulations to Bunny Shaw. So 5-1. City will retain a 6-point lead at the top of the WSL going into the halfway point of the season. And hopefully that is just the start of a brilliant day ahead, because we are now 20 minutes away from City taking on Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Shout out to FG and to Michael Brown. Somebody said there that Michael Brown was his hero, which I'm presuming is because Michael Brown was there in front of him. And then he went on to ask him about his tackles. And just to confirm, Ali Mann has confirmed in my ear that Michael Brown, I can't believe I never knew this, Michael Brown came on for his City debut with 14 minutes to go. And do you know what happened, gents?
Did he get sent off?
He did get sent off, Stephen McInerney. How did you guess?
It's Mr. Mystery.
I don't know how we've gone 5 years of this show and not brought that up with Michael Brown.
He's probably hiding it for good reason.
You can't hide anything from us on MATCHDAY Live. So 20 minutes away. If you're not currently watching on the City app, get that downloaded now. Go over to there, keep watching us on there, and then you'll get your full match commentary with Michael Brown and with Alistair Mann. And also don't forget that you need to be listening to that so you have a chance to win our Nico ball as well. Now, we couldn't have Stephen McInerney and Amos Murphy on the show today without finding out a little bit about when and how and why they became Manchester City fans. We're going to do this more throughout the season because I love finding out why you, the fans, started supporting Manchester City. So we're going to talk first about our first game. So Amos, first of all, tell us... Oh my goodness!
Baby Amos, look at that.
Okay, when did you start supporting City? How old were you as well? Give us a...
Just, born, basically. Birthday. This photo, that's my grandma there. It's in Moss Side, and you could see the floodlights from Main Road in the back garden. Just obviously, like a lot of people, parents, and my dad would always go in. Yeah, a few years ago that.
So you didn't have a choice. You really didn't have a choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My dad was actually born in that house as well, like 8 houses down from Main Road. So like it is basically in his blood, like quite literally.
Yeah, and then passed down into your blood.
Exactly.
And what was your first game? Can you remember?
So officially, it was a Middlesbrough reserve match, but I don't even know if there's any details or accounts of it. So I had to go back and think. I'd gone to a few before that. The first one I remember was a pre-season friendly against Lazio at what is now the Etihad, was City of Manchester Stadium. 2004, I think it was. It worked out being. There is thankfully details about that. But yeah, that was the first one I properly remember.
And how old were you then?
Would have been 4. Yeah.
Oh, so old, mate. I'm so old.
I'm so old, yeah.
I was like at university then.
Hey.
So you weren't at 99. You weren't alive, but you weren't there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I wasn't actually alive, so I can't be shamed for that.
Stephen, tell us when you became a Blue.
See, no one in my
Suave,
family,
by the way.
No, that's me in Spain on holiday. So I love that kit. I was an away kit kid. I always wanted the away kits. My first ever kit was. Do you remember the 93, 94, the purple one with the white stripes?
Yes.
That was my first kit.
That is such a good kit.
It's aged really well. I mean, it was good at the time.
There's me with Franny Lee. The supporters clubs. So I was a City fan as long as I can remember, but not because of family ties, weirdly. I don't even know why, but my parents said at about 3 or 4 years old you wanted to be a City fan. And I'm from South Manchester. I think it might have been a reaction to the fact that everyone was United fans.
Yeah.
And I was just being obtuse.
Respect.
My favourite colour was blue, and I remember, I think I have a sort of early childhood memory of hearing the word Manchester and blue. And I think I was watching MATCHDAY as a kid. They were my team, and that was it. And I'm from Manchester, but I chose them. And now my dad's a City fan because of me. He even works at the Etihad as a steward and stuff like that. So I've been obsessing over City since I was about 3 or 4 years old. And my first game I was 8 in 1994. I remember it vividly because I was sat watching Live and Kicking with my brother. My dad disappeared for an hour, came back. He'd gone to the box office. Got tickets. We sat in the north stand about 5 rows back.
This was your first game?
First game, yeah. Kevin Hollock on goal. So I met Kevin Hollock at one of these shows. You scored the first goal I ever saw. And I was like, was it good? It was an own goal, mate, for us.
Undercover agent.
And you were in the north stand?
Yeah.
Your dad went hardcore. I used to sit in the north stand at Main Road.
We could get tickets. I loved it though because it was raucous. You were near the fans and north stand, give us a song. I loved it. I was a goalkeeper as a kid. Yeah, David Rocastle, rest in peace. Incredible player. And Fjortov scored as well for them, I think, the pundit now for ESPN. And I was utterly hooked. The feeling of walking in, parking at Wally Range, we walked up. And I was born in St Mary's, so not far as well from Main Road. And walking up and seeing. Because what I love about sitting behind the goal is you see the expanse of the ground and you see, kip-packs and all that, and you walk out and you see it. And we got there because we got there late. It was only like 10 minutes before kick-off, so it was full, and all the blue moon was going around. And I just remember it changing my life. That feeling of like 7, 8 years old, or whatever it was, and seeing that collection of people and I don't think you can imagine the enormity of that many people at that age. 35,000 people in front of you, and then you see them all there looking inwards at this cauldron of just noise and excitement. It was
There's
wonderful.
no fear. I'll
Nothing
never
like it.
forget for my whole life the first time I walked up those steps at Main Road, and it
feeling.
took my breath
Small concourse
away.
as well.
Oh, it took my breath away. So that's me at 99, Amos, when you weren't even alive. That is me at Wembley, of course, for the game that changed everything. That is blue lipstick, if you were wondering. And that is blue ribbons in my hair as well. Class. So I'm old, so I was 15, nearly 16 in that one. That is me at Blackburn Rovers when we got promoted from Division 1 into the Premier League. That was me standing there. That was the game when everyone was on the hill, but I actually had tickets. The home shirt to your white away one is as well there, Stephen.
Got that one looking about as well, yeah.
I started supporting City in 1993-94 season, so very similar to you. And do you know what? Well, throughout the season, I'll keep dropping you in about my history with Manchester City, but I got my first season ticket in 1998 in the North Stand, 5 seats away from the away fans, and it was just an addiction that has never, ever gone away, clearly. So love that.
The pink and stuff in Manchester Even News.
Oh, the pink when you go to...
I just used to read it cover to cover.
Everything.
I loved it.
Love that. I love that you have the pictures from your kids as well. They love that. We'll keep doing that throughout the season, find out where, of course, our incredible fans, why and when you started supporting Manchester City. And somebody else that has supported Manchester City for their entire lives is Rico Lewis. We showed you part 1 a little bit earlier on. Let's have a look more. This is part 2.
Was beyond my expectations. That is a dream come true for all of us.
This was really like a capping off of the first season. Obviously, nothing I could have ever dreamed of winning the treble in my first season. And getting to play like here and there in the Premier League and in the FA Cup, playing every round, and then playing in the Champions League and scoring in the Champions League and then winning it. It's like, obviously, a lot of the credit goes to the team and stuff like that. But in terms of memories and things I'm never going to forget, it's that season. And you know, this moment in particular is like the last game of the season. It's capping off a great season. Not just the players, obviously the staff that are involved. Everyone put so much hard work into this year, and what we got from it is exactly what we deserved.
So obviously we picked up the Champions League photo there, but it's not just that. Obviously you've won since you've been within the first team. You know, the 2 Premier Leagues, the FA Cup, Community Shield, and then the Club World Cup. How do you reflect on all these trophies in your time so far?
Obviously it's amazing. Like I said, 2 years before I even joined or a year before I joined the first team, wouldn't even have thought I'd be there. To now having won all these trophies and being part of a team so special is amazing. And the memories that I've created along the way have been fantastic. I have like a motivation to go and do it again and, you know, do as well as I can do for the team.
From playing in the garden, that dream became reality.
Yeah, obviously a very special moment for me and my family. It was a difficult game, but in terms of the moment, winning man of the match, you know, starting, having the whole 90 minutes to play, and it was just before I turned 19, so it was amazing. And similar to the group here, the group that I was with there made it so easy to settle in and to be myself really with them.
So obviously going away with England, was that some of the City lads there with you helping you settle in?
Definitely, like in this picture you can see Phil's in the back. It's something that it's different to club football, and like you say, not many people have a chance of, you know, playing for their country and representing them, and I'm blessed to have experienced that. The debut in itself could be enough, but the fact that then I get a man of the match is just like a cherry on the top.
A top quality player, and hopefully he can stay with us for a long time.
Sign a new contract. Obviously, I think in the moment it's not a massive deal, but when you actually look back and see, like, you know, all the hard work you've put in and then all the years to come in the future, it's like, wow. Obviously it's a big blessing to be at the club in the first place, but then to have that kind of future, and it's obviously a dream to be here for my whole career. And you know, like I say, not many people get to even put on a Manchester City shirt in the first place. So the fact that I've came from the academy from when I was, you know, 7-8 years old to now being here is, you know, it's a dream come true.
Out of all those pictures there in front of you, is there any one that stands out, maybe is the most special? Or
I don't know, it'd have to be one of these two. You know, scoring that Champions League goal was almost like an out-of-body experience, like so special. As a moment, that's probably the best moment, but you know, this capping off that kind of season is also something that, you know, playing for City is one thing, winning trophies and then winning a treble for any club is special, but to win it for a club that you've been at your whole life it's almost unthinkable. So it's one of them two. I can't really pick, but it's one of them two.
All right, another spot here at Selhurst Park. Final thoughts. Oh, look who's joining us.
Look at his new gear. He's looking sharp, sensational. He's been working for all the broadcasters. Come in the middle.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Glenn Murray. How are you? Brownie's just had something to say about.
It's looking sharp, aren't you, mate? You had a right go today.
I think you look brilliant.
Well, I mean, he's just full of freebies, isn't he? So it's, you know, you've got to have a go kind of thing.
He's busy today, you know. It's Christmas, isn't it?
It's Christmas.
Any Christmas do you miss them with all the players and The Christmas parties? Were you one
yeah,
of those?
I mean,
Did you
obviously.
lead it? Did you lead it? Or
No,
were
I
you-
wasn't so much a leader, Brownie. I wasn't like you. I wasn't the orchestrator of that event. But I would enjoy a Christmas party. You do miss that, don't you? Kind of that togetherness.
The dressing rooms are key, aren't they? Do you know?
Yeah.
It's harder for the players to go and have that bit of fun now. So you're all ready? All got all your treats? Are you sorted?
All sorted, all sorted. You guys ready for Christmas?
Ready as we can be. I'm happy to be here, hoping for 3
I
points.
know you're very unorganised for Christmas.
What gives you that impression, Glenn? what exactly has given you that impression?
Nothing in particular.
Right, go on. Tell us about this Palace team. What do you think? How do you expect them? Sar's a big plus point for them, isn't it?
Yes, Sar's big plus point. He's the so when you get a look. Well, let's start at the back. I think they're three at the back, very strong, good defensive record. So obviously up against tough test this afternoon in Manchester City. But then going forward, I think when you look at the three in the front, so you've got Pino, he's the creator. You've got Mateta, he's kind of the platform.
He's done so well, hasn't he, Mateta?
Yeah, he's done very well. He's the platform, he's the goal scorer, he's the one that's going to occupy. And then you've got Sarr, who's that linear runner that no one else can do in this team. And he's the linear runner with or without the ball. And I think that I think that's a place where they can hurt Manchester City today.
So
that running
he's not even mentioned the midfielders. It's terrible. Honestly, they've got no regard, strikers. 4 midfielders, that's for certain. But do you know this record coming out of the European games where they've struggled? All the same personnel, he's using them every single game where he can. He's not got much choice.
So I think this is the difference between Crystal Palace and a Manchester City, is that squad depth, isn't it? And it is tough. Oliver Glasson doesn't like to make many changes, and sometimes, especially your first time in Europe, I think it can be difficult to get yourself up for a Thursday, Sunday, and obviously Europe can take, I think it rises above the Premier League in certain cases, but this Sunday you're up against Manchester City and you always get up for games like this.
Let's talk about that run of games then, because when you were in the Championship, you were playing 2 games a week essentially, because that's a crazy league. What does it feel like in the dressing room to have to, like you said, they had the test on Thursday in Europe. It's not really been great for them in Europe as good as it would have been, and then they've got Manchester City on Sunday. How will they be feeling, and how do you think the dressing room is feeling, because the record's not great after coming back from European competition?
No, and it's about finding that balance. But I think as far as Europe's concerned, obviously a good win, an expected win. But then when you've got City on Sunday, I mean, these are the easy ones to get up to. I mean, when City come rolling into town, you've got to be at your very best if you're going to compete.
Do you know what? He asked me before, he said, go on, tell me about Ryan Cherky, how much has he got? I said, he's got a lot, he's absolutely sensational. I mean, what you see his touches today, mate. He's
Every time
brilliant.
I look at Brownie whilst you're answering me, he's just smirking. You can zoom the camera into him.
Do you know
he's
what?
just got that look on his face.
It's nice to have him because
So
he likes
now,
a bit of fun. He likes to
it's
enjoy
time
the
for
football.
your spotlight on this show, all right? We're gonna let you talk about Michael Brown in any way you would like.
Wow.
If you've got any stories for us,
hasn't
any
got
Christmas gifts for our viewers, because Brownie's always
He's
up to
giving. He'll
something.
give gifts away. We're
Do you
giving
what?
supporters
Right,
things.
Brownie, right? I didn't come across Brownie much in my career for some reason. I'm not sure, but I always had this outside perspective that he was horrible. Do you know what I mean? You didn't want to get too close to him. He'd kick you up in the air. He'd leave one on you. But I've kind of got to know him in the media, and he's a top guy.
Yeah, see, look, so I'll sort him out later.
It is actually true. I remember when I told my dad I was working with Brownie for the first time, he was like, "Oh, don't get on the wrong side of him." But yeah, listen, Glenn, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining us. What's next for you? What's your New Year's resolutions? What's next in the life of Glenn?
I don't know. I don't buy into resolution. What are the resolutions? Yeah, I don't.
He might put his hand in his pocket. That's for certain, because he doesn't love it. He doesn't love
That's
that
obviously
one,
deflection of what he's going to do, isn't it? But no, I don't really buy into them. I don't think footballers do we, Brownie? Because
Nah, you
it's
just gotta
kind of
keep going.
mid-season. You've got your habits and things like that. So yeah, I try and keep fit and things after playing. So yeah.
Well, there's a role for you in Matchday Live with Brownie as well, because it's like Ant and Dec pit side. So we're gonna head back now to the studio from me and Ant and Dec. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you to FG, thank you to Michael Brown. I'm loving their hits today from Selhurst Park there. Thanks to Glenn Murray. Also, congratulations to the women. They have beaten Aston Villa today. 6-1 it finished. 4 goals for Bunny Shaw. Huge congratulations. That takes her total now to 103 goals for City. A phenomenal record there for Bunny Shaw. So we are only moments away now from the start of the game. Gents, I would love you to give me a score prediction, please. Amos, we'll let you go second as it's your debut. Stephen, score prediction and first goal scorer, please.
Yeah, I'm going for 3-1. This seems to be a score set on a lot at the moment, because I do think we are prone to conceding. But yeah.
Amos?
2-1 City, first goal scorer, Nico.
Nico, right, there we go. Josko Vardiol has got a scratchy top there. Clearly, we can see that was an unfortunate moment there. Okay, so get yourself now onto the City app. Download it if you're not currently on it. You'll get your full match commentary from Alistair Mann and from Michael Brown. Count the number of times they say Nico to have a chance to win that ball. Come back here at half-time and full-time, where hopefully we are talking about a win for City at Selhurst Park, a win for the women this morning, and then a win for the men this afternoon. Thank you for joining us on Matchday Live. Over to Alistair Mann and Michael Brown.
Thanks, Natalie.